Welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3. This is episode 56. In the last episode, we went to the House of Hope in Hell. Finally dealt with Raphael. Very good boss battle, very good music. Really enjoyed that battle, and just the House of Hope in general. I think it's probably my favorite place to go. In today's episode, we will be starting the finale to the series. It's gonna come across multiple videos, but today will be the start of it. Once we leave camp, we'll probably go get our final newspaper and then be on our way. The first thing I want to do though is, because I didn't realize it, but I can actually still read the Necromancy of Fae because I still have the book that I needed for it. I thought because I let Gale read it, it wouldn't let me. Firstly though, because I remember when you throw save and throws from the original part, I'm assuming there's probably save and throws in this, so I'll take my risky ring off.
The book radiates power, but the words you read in the codex echo in your mind, guiding your eyes safely across the page. The once indecipherable glyphs now feel dangerously familiar, promising unholy power to those who can take it.
Then I shall read on and wrest the book's power from it. About the risky ring, this should be easy. We do get a lot of bonuses.
As you pass the strange glyphs, you can feel the book resisting. Ghostly voices whisper at you from the dark, probing and fighting your mind. But your will is iron, and you brush past these shades of the past, devouring every secret the book has to offer. You see now life and death are malleable as clay, to be bent and reshaped by your will, by your power. But as you close the book, a nagging doubt whispers in your mind. What consequences will there be for calling the dead from their rest?
So we actually did read the book that I thought I wasn't going to. So we have the Dance Macabre now. So we can summon 4 ghouls to fight alongside us. Probably not going to use it. So first things first, let's go get a newspaper. Our final newspaper of the series.
Hello again, Squire. Fancy a copy of today's edition?
I'll take one, Jason.
Have a gander at that. Come back tomorrow if you fancy fresh news.
Too much headache? Make fish cakes. This looks like it's just going backwards though, because the Elf Song Tavern under rat invasion again. Maybe we've hit a point where they've run out of stories. Let's head our way over to the sewers. Also, I forgot to mention it when I started this episode apparently, but we have Gale back in the party. Manx is back on the bench for the end of the game. So this is our party that will be going to the end. Franca, Gale, Jaheira, and Shadowheart. We're back down in the sewers near the Temple of Baal. Now we head down this way.
Cranium rats. They swarm when an elder brain is near. We must be close to its hiding place.
There are a lot of them.
Beware. A solitary rat may be trivial, but a swarm is dangerous.
Don't worry, I'm not going to upset the rats. Evading the Elder Brain. Fortash and the Emperor again. I don't know if we've read this exact book, but it is part 3. Once you enter this place, there is no turning back. You'll no longer have access to your camp or the items stored there. Well, this is the point of no return, and we are ready to not return. We've done basically everything. There may be a few encounters here and there, as I mentioned, that I haven't done, but they're not super important. Let's get on with it.
Pristine darkness in every direction.
I bet they're gonna make me row the boat, even though
Silence, but for the gentle, rhythmic slap of water on rock as your vessel cuts through.
I mean, I got a lot of dexterity. But you'd think Shadowheart would be doing it with her 23 strength. I did redo Shadowheart's skills and everything. So she should be much stronger now. Convenient. Very conveniently placed.
An overwhelming force pushes into your mind. The brain. It is here.
Can you smell it? The brine. It's infused with magic. The brain is here.
We draw near to the beast's den, where it will be most desperate. I need no tadpole to feel that much.
What do you think your children are doing now?
I have no idea. I left no parting words this time. They already know everything they need to. Besides, we're coming back. All of us.
What do you think our chances are?
This is not my first time fighting for the fate of this damned city. I thought I'd die in any one of the last 3 apocalypses. I have been wrong every time. Long may it continue.
Well, I feel that our chances are a bit higher having you here to hear it.
The aura of Netheril hangs heavy in this place. The brain is close, as is the crown, as is victory. Dare we begin to hope?
You still have plans to become a god, Gale?
I'm glad you have such confidence in our endeavor. I confess, my own's not constructed from such immutable materials. I don't dare to picture the crown in my hands. Not when there's the small matter of an enormous city-conquering brain beneath it. But if we overcome that obstacle, I will do everything.
I'll need a long soak in a bath to rid myself of the feeling of this place. Can I count on you to scrub my back?
Well, first, Shadowheart, this may be my last chance to kiss you.
Hardly. We're going to win this. Understand? But no sense missing the opportunity.
We don't do much smooching in this playthrough. But you gotta take the
I'll look forward
chances.
to the next last kiss. And the one after that.
And how are you fearing?
Honestly, I think self-reflection may be the enemy just now. I can't afford to lose my nerve. Safer to just not think and keep forging ahead.
You think we can win?
I do. Think of all we've been through just to get to this moment. That wasn't luck. That was us. Let's just stay shoulder to shoulder and see this through.
And I will, of course, scrub your back.
Good. Something for us to look forward to once all's said and done.
Let's move on. I love how there's lots of gold in here that you can pick up because it's really not that useful anymore. There is one more vendor that we'll run into. We still have 10,000 gold on us, so we don't need it. What makes me wonder if there was like more planned.
Waiting. Preparing. Calculating. Evolving. Stronger than before. Much stronger. We draw near to its lair. I only expected to
A lot of headless corpses around here for whatever reason. I guess if Gortash was around here, it makes sense. His people do love cutting heads off.
Dominated. Controlled. Crowned.
It's interesting Jaheira gets mind broken considering she doesn't have a parasite.
Looks like an ambush.
Well, it might look like an ambush, but I can't do anything about it,
At least
so
this stayed interesting.
guess we're gonna have to get ambushed.
Chase. Devour.
Alright, this fight has these intellect gluttons who like to explode. So they will be our first target. Sometimes I do like to just shove the dudes and kill them like that. It's pretty funny. But because the party's pretty strong, not like super important to do. What a chain reaction that was, holy. The only scary thing is someone getting blown into the brine pool, but hopefully that doesn't happen. Yeah, these devourers do more damage to themselves than we do to them, honestly. Like, I hardly touched them.
These creatures were not themselves. Corruption is in the air. It infects everything it touches.
Thrall. Freed. Break. Control.
My head is pounding.
Draw near the source then.
Transform. Transform.
I think we are near the source.
Deathly silence. The air is stale and putrid.
It's close. Have the stones ready.
Your blood slows. Your senses strung so tight they could snap in an instant.
Looks like the stones are ready. Make our little Triforce.
You think you know why you are here? You think that by killing the Chosen and taking the Netherstones, you can destroy me? You are wrong.
I've never succeeded that Constitution save. I always get thrown on my ass. Hello, giant tentacle boy.
It's messing with your mind. Don't listen to it. Use the stones.
Alright, well, we've survived this far. I will trust in myself. Honestly, these checks are just inspiration wasters. They don't really matter too much. We don't have any inspiration anyway, so there's none to waste.
By eliminating Ketheric, Orin, and Gortash, you have simply unbound me. Exactly as I intended. The crown is now mine to command. Mine alone.
Don't listen to it. Focus on the crown.
Here, if you really want to, you can bow to the glory of the Neverbrain. I think it's just a game over. But I will set my sights on the crown. So close. Yet so far.
The crown is not my weakness. It is what made me what I am. I needed the crown to build an army. I needed the Chosen to bring it to me. They would not have surrendered it freely, so I gave them what they wanted. Power. Just enough that they would play their part in my design. Their part has ended. The next orders will be mine.
I won't allow it. Again, dominate it.
My resilience will not be shaken. It does get harder and harder, as you can see.
And you had your role to play too. Who do you think told the Chosen about the Astral Prism? Who do you think planted the knowledge of Orpheus's power and the fear of what it could do? When the Chosen sent my thralls to retrieve the prism, who do you think let the Emperor slip its leash, knowing it would be the one to bring you to me?
Were you a part of its plan?
I only needed one Netherstone loosened from the Chosen's grasp to guarantee my freedom. You brought all three back to me. In doing so, you have liberated me. This was your role, and it is complete. Now you will witness the grand design.
We need to put a stop to this now!
It's funny how the Emperor is like, don't listen to it, but then as soon as the brain was like, haha, you were part of my plan, he was like, oh shit. We have the choice of dominate the brain or allow the brain to dominate us. It is a 99 check. If you succeed this check, which you can only do by a critical success, the brain does lose 100 health in the final battle. I did it in honor mode on my first roll. It was insane. I was like, the game wants me to win. Like the universe was with me. Critical success. Let's see if it is today. No. We don't even get to 20 on the roll. Brain's like, you fool.
This is not over.
It's interesting, he told us he wasn't going to let us in the prison, but then he comes to our aid. He forgot. It It was literally last episode. Time for shit to hit the fan. We haven't seen one of those for a while. Oh, Steven, that guy.
You out just in time.
Yeah, thanks for that.
The situation is worse than I thought. This is an elder brain, no longer. The magic of the crown has caused it to evolve. It has become something more. A nether brain.
I thought the Netherstones were supposed to allow us to dominate the brain.
I thought so too, but that was when I believed it was still an elder brain. It has been anticipating our every move from the start. I underestimated it. We will need to rethink our plan.
Seems the brain's more reluctant to let go of the crown than we anticipated. Separating the crown from that monstrosity will be harder than we imagined. It might be time to reconsider our strategy.
We are not beaten yet.
There I was thinking we were finally about to put an end to all of this. Too good to be true, I suppose.
I have assessed our encounter with the Netherbrain from every angle. I know why we failed. The problem was not the stones. The problem was you.
Me?
You can make only one move at a time, but the Netherbrain calculates every possible at once. It knows what you will do. It knows everything you could possibly do. You cannot outmaneuver it. To defeat it, you would have to think like an Elithid. Better yet, be one. Your mind is not capable of this.
True.
Mine is. You will give the stones to me. I will assimilate Orpheus, and then I will be able to leave this prison to face the brain.
When you say assimilate Orpheus, what do you mean by that?
I will consume his thoughts, his knowledge, his brain.
What about the other option? Freeing Orpheus? Maybe working with him?
You still don't trust me. After all we've been through. Remember, I have been your salvation from the very beginning. Your knight in shining armor. I freed you from the Nautiloid. Prevented you from crashing to your death. I have protected you ever since, at no small cost to myself. I came to you as a leader, but I did not shy away from showing you vulnerability. I needed you as much as you needed me. I was not above recognizing this. When you discovered my true identity, I did not flinch from the truth. I never lied to you, not once. I am just like you. We have the same enemy, the same story. I encouraged you to fulfill your potential, all while protecting you from harm. Now I ask you for the last time to trust me. Release the Netherstones to me.
Do not forget, there's a card yet to come into play. The orb. If we do not want to surrender the stones, we can still use it to ensure the brain's destruction. Along with my own, of course.
This is a risk we cannot take. Your hubris drives you even now. You failed before. I cannot trust that you will not fail again. You must trust me. Hand me the stones.
It is interesting that he said he never lied to us, even though there's been a series of mistruths that have come out of the Emperor. Why should I trust you now? You withheld information from me at every turn.
It is true that I withheld reality. I showed Orpheus and his guards as evil beings. And I appeared to you in the form of someone you would trust. Someone who wasn't a mind flayer. But I am a mind flayer. Illusion is my language, just as words and actions are yours. Do not judge me for being true to myself. I have never judged you.
Yes, you have. You just said, I'm not enough. What? Maybe someone who forgets things that have just happened 5 seconds ago would believe that, but I am not one of them. I have the hammer. I have to give Orpheus a chance.
I told you we have to trust one another. I told you the Githyanki would only want to kill you for what you are. Still, you choose to break our alliance. Even united, the Netherbrain was going to be an impossible enemy. But apart, we have no chance of survival. Very well. Since you will not work with me, you work against me. You leave me no option but to join the Netherbrain.
Yes, his only option. To side with the enemy. Which is honestly a thing that I find hilarious.
Doubt we'll get much in the way of gratitude. One way to find out. I'm not sure I ever considered the Emperor an ally exactly, but even so, strange to know we're on our own at last.
You've made your choice. And us with you, Sylvanas, spare us. The Princeling will save his people. Just not in the way he imagined.
Alright, Shadowheart. You have the hammer. Go and break those chains. Let's take a risk.
As the Githyanki prince takes his blade, a silent cry pierces your head. It's unlike any sensation you've ever felt.
You reek of Illithid.
Thank you.
You destroyed a Githyanki creche. And you slaughtered my honor guard. Nonetheless, it seems we must be allies. You may address me as Your Majesty.
I won't be doing that. Your honor guard attacked me. What was I supposed to do?
You should have yielded to them. They would have given you a noble end. Any worthy individual destined to become Geik would have done so. My guard would have freed me, and I would have stopped the Elder Brain before it evolved into a Nether Brain. All that suffering, avoidable, were it not for the choices you made.
Well, let's not bicker. The Netherbrain is executing the grand design, and we need to stop it.
In this we are aligned. I am obliged to overlook your transgressions. We will destroy the Netherbrain together, and put a stop to this nascent empire before it expands into the stars. The Geik was correct about one thing. The Netherbrain's power is beyond us. The hardest metal in the world would not cut through its mind, for it is made of thought itself. At this point, it will take an Illithid to unleash the full potential of the Netherstones.
Are you sure there is no other way?
There is not. We face a Netherbrain. For there to be one way to defeat it is unlikely enough. There will not be another.
Well, are you willing to become a Mind Flayer?
Just as I was free. I will do it. I will become Illithid. I will sacrifice my soul for my people. I will end the grand design.
This is his war. His people have been fighting the Illithids forever, you know? But this is, for me, when Orpheus becomes a much better character than the Emperor ever was, because immediately he's willing to do what it takes to end it. You are a true hero, Orpheus.
The Netherbrain will be only too pleased to claim me. Even in my darkest hours, I knew it was my destiny to save my people. I could never have imagined this would be the way. Give Tavkim crushed.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't go through that. That looks horrible.
All to wield these. Let us seek out the Netherbrain and finish this. Once the grand design is ended, kill me. It is the very least you can do. Come. It's time for us to meet our fates and end this Illithid nightmare.
It's a fair ask, right?
I think we're done here. I'll certainly be glad to see the back of it anyway.
We've a city to save. I think it's about time we got started.
You know this might be the easy part. No planning, no doubt. Just the impossible task ahead. So try to have a little fun, yes?
So, we now have Orpheus in the party after telling the Emperor that we were going to see what Orpheus had to say. He decided he didn't want to work with us anymore. I wish there was a way at the end of this game to get them both to see reason and have both of them. I am gonna leave this episode here though. In the next episode we will continue our pursuit. Thank you for joining me in this episode. Hope you have a great night or day, depending on when you're watching. And I will see you in the next one.